Welcome back. One last match of the evening for ESL Pro League over here in Europe, at least. It's going to be virtus.pro and Astralis facing off once again. This time, it's going to be on Nuke. If Inferno was a struggle for Astralis to get anything going, Nuke is going to be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
That's one way of putting it. Hot match of the week turned into a steaming pile of...
Still hot.
Oh, it's definitely hot.
Still hot.
Yep.
It's unfortunate this has happened because I really wanted to get behind this match, hype it up. That video that I had in the last one, you know, to talk about the adjustments that could be made. I thought that was super interesting and analytical. The next video that I have coming up, I have another thing showing, you know, this matchup and how they counter each other and the little
I'm just getting word it's ready, so why don't we just transition right into it?
So if Device was here, you can see one way that VP were able to negate him and come up with a very interesting play on the fly, because this isn't a strategy that you actually come up with. You know, you're not dry running this. They boost over on Bialy's head. They know that Device likes to play these passive AWP angles. This sneaky little 3 players from VP push up. They're avoiding his AWP angle. Actually, he doesn't have an AWP at this stage. Swindling around, undetected, and soon they're going to take out Device. He's not even the server, so they can't do that to him this time. But this is just a way that VP adjust on the fly, and these teams have such a good rivalry that they make these adjustments, and it's cool to see. You know, it's not just set strats being thrown at each other. It's actual sit there, make a good decision, and it pays off.
Great.
Yeah, brilliant.
Let's watch the game.
Counter Device. Good stuff. Another way to do it is to not even have him be here, so that's going to be
the ultimate game plan.
Yep.
Ultimate game
So it was the
plan.
slow play from virtus.pro. Stress him out.
I hope he gets, no, let's be honest though. We hope he recovers soon, because he's one of the best players in Counter-Strike at the moment.
Yep. Yeah, I think from what you tweet out, just consider his options. Either goes on like super healthy diet, literally cuts out everything of fun that could ever be had and just try and go through it that way, or go for an operation. And, you know, so down to him to pick. Hopefully, whatever happens, he comes out the other side being, you know, tip-top in health and stops worrying about it.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, even Taz having that same sentiment. Get back. One of the best players in the world. We want you at 100%. I think that this scene needs that for sure. But, I mean, on Nuke, let's just get back to the game, just with what we have. With what, is there anything...
Chad, break it down for us here.
Yeah, Chad, please.
Okay, so
no, but Zonic looked pretty good on Inferno, all things considered.
Yeah, well, the CT side of Nuke is relatively easy if they're just coming at you and they're not forcing you to rotate, right? The protocols are very, very simple. You throw your Molotovs at Squeaky and Hut, you throw your smokes at ramp, and then you just wait. So to do that and put him in an easy-to-play position is fine. The issue is there's no secondary AWPer on this team. He was AWPing just then. But AWPing yard is one of the hardest places to AWP, right? You know, you have so many different angles the T's can come from. You need to position yourself well. And if you get smoked out, that's when the decision-making gets hard. How do you rotate? Where do you go?
Yeah. Where do you put him on this map on the CT side? Do you say you can't plug him into devices where devices, obviously you just said AWPing outside is one of the hardest, but like do you put him in ramp room where he doesn't have to, you know, his decision is like you just fall back and wait for rotations, or do you put him somewhere where he's buddied up with a player who has experience in that role?
Maybe as the top side anchor. You know, you don't want him as the top side rotator. If you just leave him in top side playing at the yellow rafter, he can hide and make a couple of multi-frags there. It's not too difficult of a position. Yeah. And then he has his teammates to play around him. He doesn't have to play around the teammates. Yeah,
I mean, that'll be interesting to see exactly what happens from that. But on the virtus.pro, Lauren, these guys, Nuke...
They're good as it is, right? Even head-to-head, if this was, you know, full lineups, full strength, you'd have a really nice match. You can, you know, call it either way, to be fair, but VP are very strong. They've always been good at Nuke. They've had a couple of upsets on it, definitely, but they should be able to run through this team. It's as simple as that. If they want to exploit an outside area, they want to exploit yard, they're already good at doing that anyway. It'd be nice to see if they actually run for that, because they know the device isn't here. The upside's always going to be hard. Dupree actually has got ridiculous stats on Nuke individually, being able to hold that squeaky door down, basically. These days, he is ridiculous. He's got good support with him. For VP, I think it's just about playing hard and fast with him, and they know they can get away with it.
Well, we should also mention, I mean, Chad, I don't know if you can bring up the standings for me real quick on your fancy little PC, but, I mean, this is also a positive, as much as we talked about leading into these two matches. virtus.pro always struggle with online Counter-Strike. If you're going to be playing the best team in the world, it behooves you on this week that you are playing them to have their best player, or one of their best players. Yeah,
they're going to go, what, top 5, top 6, I think, after the back of this one? Around that, they'll be jumping up a fair few spots. If they go 4 and 4 they'll be going to?
Yeah, they'll be second.
There you go. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, thank you, Astralis.
It's not a bad jump.
Wait, maybe it's been updated already. They'll be up there somewhere.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, we got them on the screen.
There we go, nice.
Sweet.
So yeah, one more win and they go up 4-2, so it should be 4-2.
And that's incredible for a team that, I mean, obviously we know VP has this ability, but that's incredible for a team that just had to play themselves back into this Pro League season to avoid relegation.
Yeah, and then they've got NIP, Fnatic, and Mousesports afterwards, so they could actually go on a decent string of a run here, quite possibly.
Yeah, well, for Astralis on the other hand, you know, this is a situation where they probably would have seen themselves going at least 1-1 or I'd like to have gone 1-1.
Yeah.
So it hurts them a bit, but they seem like the team who they're not going to struggle too much. They're going to get the victories that they should. Going, you know, they're going to beat the ODLCs. I think they already did beat ODLC.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of teams who are a bit dilapidated.
Yeah, then they've got the Danish kind of follow-up after that. I think they've got Heroic coming up and then North as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they fare. It'll probably be a closer game. So imagine they would have wanted to get a nice clean 1-1 on this and kind of like moved on to probably a more awkward challenge down the line just because it's such a home turf base. You know, that the Heroic game, the first victory they ever had against Astralis, I'm pretty sure Astralis had never won a game against them until it got to Katowice. They had this crazy record.
Has virtus.pro, I'm trying to remember, has virtus.pro ever actually made a Pro League finals after the online regular seasons? I don't think they were at 1. I don't think they were at 2.
Your memory's much better than mine, Jason.
3, I don't believe they were at either.
remember.
And
I honestly don't
yeah,
remember.
that's crazy. So this could be potentially, someone's going to correct me on Twitter, I know that for sure.
Yeah. Feel free to.
But yeah, this might be the first time that virtus.pro is actually in a good position
I
to
honestly
make
wouldn't be
it.
surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome for those guys, obviously.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think the idea, you know, that we have 6 teams now from each region that go to the finals is so exciting because there's that many decent teams in this league, in the EU side of things at least, who would make the finals super exciting. So
Yeah, definitely.
hopefully VP are part of that because they're definitely one of those 6 teams I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to find out. That is going to be. I'm actually relatively interested to see what they do with Zonic in this map.
Yeah.
relatively.
Morbid
Matter of
curiosity,
degrees, yeah.
I think.
Exactly. Well, with that being said, we are being told the last players join the server right now, so we're going to throw it over to Sadakist and Henry G to bring us right through the action. Take it away, boys.
Thank you very much. I take many things away, including the side of my hair. But we are ready to go. It is
at it again.
Astralis, it is virtus.pro, and it is Nuke.
Yeah. Rough ride on Inferno. I think it's only going to get harder from this point. We have no AWPer available, and they were kind of speculating what the options are for Astralis here on the outside area. I think they have to go for the AWPer. Maybe Dupree gives it a go. I think he's going to have more skill than Zonic overall. It's not like
that makes
Inferno where
sense.
you can actually just like hold a tight angle, let's say like Banana or Apartments like he was. You actually have to watch towards Silo and be smoked out. I think you have to give it to someone like Dupree, hope for the best, and you don't necessarily have to take an AWP out there. You can have a player watching Secret with a rifle and then have a player rotating for events as well. I think the AWPs is going to be an absolute nightmare here on Nuke. It wasn't such a big deal in Inferno, but you know, getting ready to get into the second map of this matchup, Astralis versus virtus.pro. If you are just joining us, you're just tuning in for the map itself. There is a caveat to this: device is unwell, and it will be Zonic playing.
It's true.
So
It's true.
it's a little bit of a shame, but still, hopefully we got a reasonably interesting second half in the previous map, and maybe we can see with Astralis on the CT side here, maybe they can post like 5 or 6 rounds, make it competitive.
Well, that's the thing. We said last map, if they had started CT, they could have gotten things together as
Yeah,
a unit,
but that's-
potentially built Zonic some confidence, and
The
then
thing is-
put themselves in a position.
Inferno is just the play style of it. It's much different than Nuke.
way different.
This is so reliant on teamwork and rotations and understanding when a fake's coming in. There's not so much of that on Nuke, on Inferno, sorry. Anyway, let's get into this one and see what they can do. I'll have a look at Zonic's position. He is towards outside for now. That PT1000 looking aggressive as well. Trying to find that first headshot. Not going to get anything just yet, but Glaive is. He takes down Bialy and gives them the 5-on-4. In terms of the buy for VP, we have smokes and Molotovs that's going in right now. That's for the hut as well. And that's normally what Dupree's playing. So he'll be flashed off as well. Doesn't manage to go down just yet, but he's on like 3 HP. And Snacks sneaks into the vents.
Does indeed. Makes it through, but Snacks finding Glaive as he turns around is going to make things interesting. Taz, nice pickup from him as well.
Yeah, not over just yet, it seems. But Zonic, okay then with that P2000. Looking for the second frag as well. Gonna pick
Got
it up.
Bomb down. That's so well done from Zonic.
3
I want to
kills.
see more.
Yeah. Seems ready.
Seems ready. You love to say that.
Yeah. Well, there's a little virtus.pro spray for you there. Looking fierce, the polar bear. It's going to be round number 2. And presumably the force buy coming in from virtus.pro. No bomb going down in that pistol round. So yes, here's the force buy. And Astralis putting their best foot forward here in the pistol round. Much needed. It's not really a CT-sided map per se anymore, but certainly helps get the pistol, get that 3-0, get some decent economy rolling. Hopefully they can pick up the second round as well. They have 4 UMPs and an M4 to do it. Glaive waiting in the vents for any sort of dive coming in. And Zonic is towards outside. So that looks like it will be his area of the map to patrol. No walking hand just yet. Just the SMG and now no nades. I think he has to wave the white flag at this point and maybe allow them to go towards Secret. He'll be falling back towards the ladder.
Falls back, but Zonic has the locker room covered off. He's found out by Bialy, who gets to the new cat. He's able to pick the shot. Kiabi's there to recover it. It's tagged, but it's still another kill for virtus.pro as Neo gets in toward the locker room, takes back Xyp9x. Good start in the round from virtus.pro. Still a minute and 4 to work with as well. Bomb is dropped on the cat corner, I believe, which is a bit awkward. That's actually very awkward for them to go get. I think if Kiabi was aware of it, he would have played that very differently, but he didn't know. Had to take the fight. virtus.pro, they pull the round back.
Astralis there. Maybe would have had to scout on the second round. The device was kicking about, but the UMP outside, overwhelmed, fell back towards the locker room, like you said, but the deagle headshot from behind. There's so many angles there, so many possibilities. You really have to be proficient at the outside area to lock it all down and know what's going to be safe, what's not. And he gets taken out with the deagle, and the round unfolds at that point. It's a force buy from virtus.pro working out. It's going to be a force buy for Astralis as well. Interesting, Zonic hasn't got armor mat, so that suggests he will be the AWP going forward. dupreeh does pick up the first kill with the 5-7 though. Been some sloppy anti-eco rounds from virtus.pro on Inferno, but that's to be expected considering what they're up against. But Glaive now, another chance to get a kill here. Decent aim, but can't pull off the shots. Get the Taz to find a couple of kills here, and Neo chiming in as well. That should be the round done as dupreeh's down to 20 HP. Kiabi though, he's still got the head armor and he's in the vents, so he could cause some damage here as we hit the 1 minute 20 mark. Bomb will be making its way towards lower as well, so a chance to deny this Kiabi, but doesn't spot it. He has no idea that Neo's already down there, so he might actually commit towards secret.
May. But meanwhile, it's above in the rafters. Bialy will sit and wait to watch off the hut. That'll cover off one of the entrances to upper. dupreeh becomes a bit of a factor. Certainly a bit of a factor with the UMP. Meanwhile, he's gone. So he's not a factor at all, Henry. I lied to you. It was planned.
It was all planned. And Kiabi now, AK-47, 3 versus 1. Should get this first kill, but he gets dinked in return. And what a dink it is, down to 1 HP. That pretty much decides his fate as he molotovs himself out of the bomb site. He will be saving the AK-47, that's for sure. Going to that next round, it should be a full eco for Astralis. So saving an AK, maybe takes towards ramp room, go for those 1 taps on the balcony ledge, but or the railings, let's just say, as we get into the dying sectors here at round number 3. The force by not really working out for Astralis. They get 3 kills, but if you don't win the round, it's all for naught really. Towards T-spawn he goes. And in terms of the hunt, I can see one player coming in. It's Bialy, quite quickly from the other side, but I don't think we'll be catching him. Kiabi will be tucking himself in the corner, almost guaranteed to survive at this point.
Does indeed. 1 HP. That's all you need in a world today, Henry. The 1%.
$4,500 to Zonic, so he will be opening next round.
Well, it is Zonic.
Sawn-off shotgun map, your favorite weapon.
I was about to say, I got really distracted. I looked at Zonic, saw Kiabi on the AK and thought, look at that sawed-off shotgun. And it all didn't join together, so I didn't know what to say. But a sawed-off shotgun for Snax on the T side. We normally see shotguns on CT side on this map, to be fair.
Well, if you can get towards the vents, that's going to cause a lot of damage. I'm sure that's where he's maybe expecting to end up. Desert Eagle go outside. Got a little crossfire here. dupreeh towards main entrance, and Zonic being baited in for now. He's got the Eagle as well. Oh, that hurt though, as Kiabi gets his head blown off towards the secret steps. They'll go towards ramp now, as Snax has indeed made it towards the vent. Round should be concluded at this point. dupreeh with a decent shot though in the back of Pasha. Gets an AK. They haven't recovered the one they had at the start of this round just yet, and this is a little bit sloppy from Snax. This is because that silent USB, but he only gets the sword-off shotgun to work with here. It's not ideal as the bomb is planted.
Xyp9x starts to look toward decontamination. Zonic will go toward the ramp instead. dupreeh will join immediately thereafter. AK. They'll pitch from either side. Jump down. Let Zonic be the meat. Let dupreeh be the butcher, and he makes it work. Down goes Bialy. Xyp9x with a door, a hole inside of it. Gonna try and make his way back into the equation, but unfortunately for him, time is still ticking. There's no kits on the CT side, no armor, but the AKs will be enough. Thanks very much. They'll back off. Good pick from Xyp9x before doing so. And they'll keep the weapons. Guns are great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the NRA thinks so, at least.
Okay. 3-1, and then we say they get just about not really worth that duel, dupreeh, but he does survive. And the AWP comes in. It's in the hands of Zonic. He's got the best spawn available. He could go ramp, he could go heaven, or he could actually have the balls to go and challenge outside. He'd be up against Snax as well, who I assume got a decent spawn as well. But let's keep our eyes on Zonic to see whether he can maybe open things up. He was doing an Inferno, but Nuke is a different kettle of fish altogether, so he doesn't commit towards outside, towards ramp, which makes sense. You hold a tight angle, pull the trigger when the terrorist walks into you, but okay, towards secret. That actually makes a lot of sense. So doesn't want to take the duel directly against Snacks, but if he holds the line here at secret, maybe there's a chance just to get a kill towards red or maybe silo. Let's see what he decides to do.
He's looking for it at secret. It's not a bad shout to try and open something up from that part of the map, especially when they're walking toward him. Does he time this right? Sees the smokes go over, and Zonic looks, finds Neo, and he's content with one. You would expect he may try and go for more in a situation such as that, but
no, I think that's fine.
exactly. It's not. It's Device, or excuse me, Zonic, not Device. If it was Device, he'd look for a second. Zonic says, nope, let's be efficient, and he'll fall back. One of the things, by the way, in Cologne, when Dupree, remember they had Glaive, who wasn't a full-time member of the team that tournament. And they had Zonic playing for Dupree, who was sick at the time.
Yeah.
Speaking of, nearly hits another shot. One of the things they did was after every time they got a kill, they fell back. They played as a team. No one played individually, and that's how they secured the legendary spots. So Zonic still executing some of that mentality. However, unfortunately, Zipix is found by Snacks this time on the AWP at lower. Looks toward the vent, mistimes it, but Zonic can't hit the shot back through the other way. Bomb will be planted by Snacks. After Snacks plants, actually failed to do so, was denied by Dupree. Pasha's got to go aggressive, gets the shot on a Glaive. He's got 11 HP. Astralis looking to make it a 3-2 game, and they've done so. Dupree managing it with none other than a deagle.
Zonic to open things up once again with the AWP. I like that. As we suggested, the outside angle might be a little bit too audacious to go for the straight-up challenge. There goes towards the secret steps. It's a nice clean line. He can watch towards side out or red box. Hits that first shot, and like you said, shows discipline, falls back, and watches them coming down towards lower. Gets some information. His teammates able to get them into a winnable situation. But virtus.pro not giving in just yet. They're going to bring out an AK-47, a UMP, 3 PT-50s, and they managed to win rounds just Glocks in the previous match, to be fair, so why not? We'll give it a go. Throw another 6, it's 3-2, and some Skylights being shot out here. They've got smokes from main entrance and towards heaven as well. Flashbangs could go in towards upper and try and dive down the vent. I'll have a look if there's anyone ready to do that. Somebody Snacks to try to get in there. He's actually towards outside for now. Zipix getting aggressive towards ramp, so he can play that position by himself. More than happy to. And Glaive pushing outside. This could work out nicely. He takes down Pasha. Yep, job done. He can fall back at this point.
Can indeed. Bialy rains down the nades to the upper bomb site. Molotov lands immediately on top of the hut. It's Jabba's hut. But it is, meanwhile, going to be smokes off. Look at the bomb down inside of the lobby, because Zipix is pushed around and got that covered off. So Snacks has to be very careful with the pistols up top, or the pistol, I should say, up top. Meanwhile, Bialy. There it is, Snacks going down. Bialy's going to have it all to do to try and pull the situation back, all things considered, especially with that bomb still down inside the middle. They get the upper site, that's fine, but they lose the objective by which they need to take the site with.
3-on-2, 30 seconds remaining. Neo, not really much to do here. Bialy has control of the upper side of the bomb down. I don't think this is possible at this point. If Neo somehow finds his first kill very quickly, maybe there's a sliver of hope.
There's the first pick from Neo. Finds Zipix. Time's ticking to 14 seconds. All they have to do is stay alive. Needs to be the objective at this point. And they've done successful work in doing so. So 4 seconds, no bomb plant. Dupree knows the situation. He heads lower. Bialy's already gone for the save. It goes 3-3. Dupree finds Bialy after the time as well. That's actually significant.
And recovers the AWP, so that's actually quite nice for Astralis. But yes, virtus.pro did fully invest into that round. I think they had a couple of AKs and PT-50s. Not really too much, but this should be another eco for them. And Astralis will take the lead after this round. If it all goes to plan, Zonic will be running the AWP once again. This is looking better, though. It's not the battering we saw in Inferno. They lost the first half 13-2. They're actually going to be taking the lead here in the mid-stage of the half. Good shot from Dupree, looking confident now. And his second frag as well. It's against an eco, but it's still quite pretty to watch. As he goes in for more, finds the third drag, and it's a clean sweep for excuse me. My voice is on the cusp of dying right now.
It's fine.
Doing our best.
But I want to make a point, because at 4-3, I know it's early. I know it's Nuke CT as well. If they're able to pull this win off,
Go on.
it's massive. With a stand-in to get a win on virtus.pro.
Can you imagine if that
I mean, it's just for the context of the league. Not even for the rivalry at that point. Like, yeah, I'd love to build the storyline, but
Yeah.
it's for the league. This is that would be making the best of a really poor situation for Astralis, if I'm honest.
Well, it's looking okay right now. Zonic is certainly holding his own. finally opening all frags, and this time taking a bit more of a challenge. They all up against him as well, so the odds are in his favor. We've got aggressive play from the CDs towards ramp as well. They've overwhelmed the lobby. That's so much information gathered as well. Zonic knows he's going to have a bit of confrontation towards outside at this point. The smoke's starting to be deployed. Does he look for more here? Considering they've got all that lobby control, I don't think he has to. So much to welcome. Kiabi going in the back as well.
Taz looking to try and recover it. Bomb dropped again. Astralis is taking a lot of map control.
Yes.
It's the second time they've been able to push in through the lobby and get that much control of a situation.
Oh my gosh.
Now, this is Zipix to win it off again. Virtus.pro all down.
It's very rare to go into a round you've got no one in lobby whatsoever, because that can happen. If you're playing a default round, even if you're doing an execution towards outside, you have one person holding like squeaky door towards ramp room, or just on top of that ladder position, like the little platform, just to stop that happening, so TTs can't actually push you like that. That's kind of shocking for a team like virtus.pro to allow someone to get all the way around T-spawn and kill you, 3 of you in the back. That shouldn't really be happening, but regardless, it's going to be round number 9 here, and Astralis looking pretty strong. Down to Tech9s and Deagles once again. Taz outside quickly, but Glaive should shut him down. Maybe a double kill. Looks quite nice as well. Drops the bomb, and that's going to be the round pretty much done as we go into the 5-on-3.
Zonic. Chance to strike once more from Secret. Makes no mistake this time, and he will stick for more. Pasha's in behind the red box. He has not yet the vision toward it. Goes to the pistol! And from that range, Zonic, he's still got a game. 6-3 for Astralis.
Are you starting to believe, Matthew?
My name is not Machine. I don't believe.
You don't believe?
Nah, I don't believe in Santa.
Well, you should.
Why?
Because...
I gave him scotch and cookies one year. He didn't drink them, so he's obviously not real.
Fair enough. Virtus.pro, though.
Do you believe?
I'm believing Astralis might have a shout in this.
I meant Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, of course. Actually. That's why I spend Christmas alone. See if I can meet him.
Yeah, if Dad's not around
Yeah.
and something
Then
shows
I-
up,
then I
then it has
know.
to be Santa Claus.
Exactly.
There's no other explanation. Well, it's Astralis with a comfortable lead, but guns back up for VP. No op on the T side for them to work with this time around. They'll go out with muscles, grit, and just the AK. Smokes down as well to cross over to Secret. Snack's already inside of the vent, has done well to get there. He's left them open, so he has vision toward the ramp room as well. Taz, Molotov back by Zip. We'll have to be a little bit more careful toward the ramp.
Dupree trying to do what he can. He pushes in towards the lobby there. He's great in that position so far, but Zonic fighting back. He knows the players towards ramp as well, so he can actually get another frag here, which he does. He's still stepping up. He's the only player fragging so far for Astralis in this round. It's a 3 versus 2. Kiabi to back him up as well, and he finds a frag in towards the alpha bomb site. This is actually starting to get competitive for Astralis. 2-on-2, Bialy and Pasha remain. Bomb will be making its way towards lower by the looks of things now, and Zonic drops you up, goes to the AK.
Bomb will be planted by Bialy. Pasha's going to hold off the ramp. virtus.pro trying to get one back, finally, if they can. Kiabi down already. Down already, indeed, as Pasha greets him. Zonic's not able to hit the shot. Looks for another opportunities. Again, in a clutch situation. Does have a kit. Molotov, nade, and flashes. Molotov's one side, nade's the other. That's pretty expected. That's actually reasonable, but Bialy's already got the kill.
Oh, I thought I was going to take down Pasha. He had a chance of that. That was quite intelligent. Now, Virtus.pro just about get the round. Could have fallen apart if Zonic hit that shot in the back. The refrag as his teammate went down. Wasn't meant to be. The spray a little bit out of reach there. They still have enough for a full buy here, Astralis, of course. They managed to pick up 5 rounds in a row. So Virtus.pro finally putting one back. It's Bialy. They'll have a bit more money than his teammates. They're actually still a breaking point. They lose this round. It's certainly going to be an eco going forward. And for now, Astralis still have the lead. Zonic, in terms of his position, we're just keeping track of him. It's obviously quite an interesting predicament they've got. He went towards main entrance at the start. Didn't find anything towards Squeaky Door and go for a very passive hold towards outside. You know, those skylights, you want to be consistent every single round. If you do it every single time, they can't really tell when you're going to use it and when you're not.
Yeah. It's better to give them the benefit of the doubt when that happens.
It's the same reason like on Dust 2, right? You're smoking Xbox every single round regardless, just so they can't have the vision, they can't really tell what's going on.
The less information, the better. And sometimes if you give them too much information, they never know when it's true or not. But, all of that said, They will use the skylights to get a smoke down toward heaven. Then attack outer, and Zonic, again, is looking convincing with the op. Neo's got to surely consider the fact that he's been out there multiple rounds now. When did they do something of him? Glaive goes down. Bialy manages to wrap around. They know Zonic's still out toward the garage. They'll try and push onto him. And he's got a guess to make. Is it right? Is it left? Flash goes out. He's able to turn it away, but can't turn back in time. Pistol instead. Bialy, big damage, but no yet kill. Still trying to find it.
Oh, be careful. It's a teammate.
Teammates are lethal, Henry. You don't have teammates. I don't have teammates. Zonic, 15 HP. He's trying to pull this out as best possible. It's not going to be an easy task for him. As the bomb goes down, he once again has to clutch. Imagine he clutched every time tonight. He would have had more in this series than Xyp9x did in the entirety. Flags it, pistols it, than in the entirety of the finals, but the bomb's at lower and Snax is down there. It's a long way for Zonic to travel. Jumps down. I think he'll head out toward the T-spawn at this point in time.
Yeah, doesn't fancy that. It's a very difficult clutch. That's one of the most difficult bomb sites to retake in the game, especially when there's so many positions for the terrorists to hide in. You've got 15 HP and an AWP to retake. You might as well save the weapon. Money's still okay. If he saves the AWP, they can get a full buy-in. But there it is, virtus.pro managing it 2 rounds in a row. Zonic, once again with 2 frags, he opened it up against Neo there and found a secondary frag. And the other bomb set to make it a 1v1, but the round was a little bit too far gone there. Snacked just 3 frags in total. And virtus.pro, right, they are having a bit of a struggle outside, losing that first frag almost every time. It's 10 frags for Zonic in total. You'd expect him to be right down there at the bottom of the scoreboard, but he's about mid-table both maps, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not done poorly. A lot of them he is, but the last alive. And that does add something to it. But it's, I mean, you're right. He's definitely holding his own. There's nothing you can blame him for in these situations. It's just a bad situation to be in general, unfortunately.
He's done it again.
As it's going to be and Zonic outside this time on top of the hut. Better chance for dupreeh to get something started. Something to roll with. Hasn't exactly gone to plan for virtus.pro in the round, unfortunately. It's Astralis that pick up number 7, so they're holding their own for sure on this CT side.
Absolutely. Fast play from virtus.pro there, losing their first frag once again. And Kiavi with some fancy footwork in the upper bomb side to find 2 frags and then striking from the vents to finish it off. 7-5, and that's a pretty harsh reset. The previous round being a 1v1. So you have to go down to an eco here. No force by coming in. So Astralis actually going to be winning the half here. After getting battered on a phone in the first half, 13-2, they've actually going to be turning things around on Nuke, which is the map I thought they'd struggle the most on, not having an AWP going into the outside area, but we've been proven wrong. It's been Tazo 50-50.
Zonic's not doing anything exceptional. He's not doing anything flashy outside, but he's getting a kill at least every time, which is enough. Yeah. He's being efficient in that sense. He's doing his job. If everyone kills one, you win the round.
Good point.
John Madden.
8-5, and it will.
Sometimes the trickiest things in life are the simplest things in life, Henry.
That's true. They do win the half though. Astralis 8-5 here. This isn't necessarily considered a CT-sided map anymore, so this is a problem for virtus.pro. You keep things simple on the T side. Astralis have got the basics. Zonic knows the tactics. He's the coach. If he can just continue that one frag mentality, they could actually run away with this one. That would be a really big upset going into the Snax. Fast on the vents, locked down by dupreeh and Xyp9x. So Pasha fights back with 1 frag. They need to pick this one up, and they manage to at least neutralize the situation with Glaive. Ready to strike. He gets 1 more, and now Zonic. Can he keep finding frags? Yes, he can. He finds the AWP shot towards Pasha. Just Bialy remaining.
Just Bialy, and Zonic's still in it. With yet another kill. What's his total at this point? He's got to be doing reasonably well.
12 for 5.
Yeah, I like it.
Not bad at all.
Either way.
Finished the round off.
Bialy's going to go against him. Yeah, he could, but the slow HP problem now. He has to finish the round. dupreeh found inside of the vents. Minute to work with Zonic. Makes it work. Pushes Hut with an AWP and catches him rotating. It's 9 for Astralis.
Big round once again for Zonic. 2
He's
kills
my
in that
favorite
one.
player
Actually
in the
clutch it
world.
out against Bialy as well. That's
Forget
insane.
Yugi, forget Hobbit.
Okay,
Sonic.
it's a new one. Zonic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what can you say? Astralis is actually winning 9-5 now, and it should be 10-5 to be fair. This is looking really problematic for virtus.pro. This should have been like a gimme, really. Everyone assumed it after the first map. This could be a clean 2-0 here, but they could actually drop a map, and that would be amazing for Astralis. They'll be so hyped after that. If you told them before the series started that you're going to get 1 map without the device playing, they would take that all day long.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Isn't that Duke Nukem? No, that's Kool-Aid. Sorry. My bad. They're about the same people, though.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem drinks all the Kool-Aid. Oh, my God. Dupree. Oh, what is... Oh, he's got the lag spike issue he tweeted about. Because that is some slow reactions. He still manages to get a
saw
kill.
that in Inferno, remember?
He did. Yeah, he's got 3-second lag spikes at a time, apparently.
Not ideal, seeing you lost your star player as well.
No, yeah, right? I mean, it's a big issue.
Well, they do win the half that and the round as well. 10-5. Who would have thought after getting battered on Inferno that Astralis could come back, and Zonic especially giving us a fantastic
He's sick.
performance.
He's
We'll
sick.
take a break, and virtus.pro, they've got some work to do.
Well, we are ready to roll one for Astralis to start it off. However, it was ecoed. Nonetheless, Astralis came back to win the half 10-5. I have to say I'm very impressed.
So
Zonic was excellent outside.
They won 10-5. Yeah, they got the pistol, but they got ecoed on the second, right? They didn't even get a 3-0. You'd assume with the storylines going into this one, they got the 3-0 and maybe won loads of clutches and stuff. They were just playing good basic CS. virtus.pro fell a little bit short there, I would say overall. It actually looks like they were lacking ideas and like maybe making mistakes as well. You remember that one round where the CTs actually pushed all the way into lobby and backstabbed 3 of them?
Twice,
That
actually, that happens.
should never happen. Like, you should always have one player in the lobby, like on that platform area I described as well, just to stop that, just to kind of anchor that area so that can't actually be a possibility. Because just you open yourself to them going up towards T roof at that point, or coming behind you like they did. It's just such a risk to not even watch that area. Even just having one player T spawn just to enable them to have some information going into it. But
No, I mean, it was and it was pushed just from ramp and outside that really made all that possible. Astralis was just taking map control, was given to them. It was literally given to them.
literally given. But
With a card in the mail that said, please come and take our lobby.
okay. 10-5, and if Astralis win this pistol on the T side here, remember this is not a CT-sided map anymore. Like it's actually quite equal. If they win the pistol, they've got a serious chance, and we normally overuse the phrase steal a map away, but in this case, I think it would be more than justified. This virtus.pro Inferno looked 13-2. They didn't even have to break a sweat to win the map. Now they're looking like they're on the ropes a little bit here. We've got a technical issue, I think. Like we said, I think Kiabi, he was having some lag issues, but we are going to be live in 30 seconds. So, Matthew, I'm going to ask you for your prediction. Do you think Astralis can do this?
We don't do predictions anymore.
You said yes, you did. You
Jason
started shouting.
has ruined it, and I just like to ruin him, so I make predictions. You're asking me, I think Astralis can do this. I really do. It's going to be tough. It's going to rely on Zipix. It's going to rely on Dupree.
Well, we know what Dupree can do on this map. We saw it. Katowice against FaZe.
I agree. big clutch. 2 bullets, 1 shot.
Well, 2 shots.
It was a remix of 2 Girls, 1. Happy International Women's Day, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much. Are we celebrating it tonight?
Yeah, we could. I was planning on just going to sleep and
Fair enough.
putting on a hat and forgetting about my hair. So,
Gonna be 4 sets of armor and a smoke and a Molotov as we get into this round. A much needed pistol for virtus.pro, I have to say. They've got a defuse kit as well, and an HE grenade for Neo. I'm interested to see what his plans are for that. He's all outside, and we're about to see it, I guess, as Astralis have got control of the outside area. That's a decent grenade, sent Glaive down to 67 HP, and Bialy, though, he's been headshot. We'll see if they can pick things up. Neo, okay, striking back. That's a lovely shot.
there's one word for it. Oh, tags though. Tags everywhere. Glaive very slow to react, and the fact that the main entrance was covered off. And now it goes 10-5. And Taz, trying to do damage where he can, has to look back toward the squeaky door. Manly above as well is going to watch them go down the vents. They've got all the information required, but Taz can't strike despite of it. Or in spite of it, I should say. Dupree walks up catwalk, knows that ramp's the most likely place for a rotation to come in. And he'll position himself accordingly. 2 players there, both low HP. Dupree turns around the other direction, though. That's the chance for them to try and strike and capitalize. And Bialy makes the shot work. 5 HP. And not only that, 16 on Pasha. Dupree, if he had to continue a few steps forward, had it easily. It's all on to Zonic.
Oh my God,
now he might get his 1v3, Henry. This might be the... Never mind.
Had a chance there. The thing is, the bomb wasn't great for him. I'm just going to check the angle quickly, see if it... Sorry, fumbling. Oh, yeah, to be fair, he couldn't have seen it from the door itself, so he would have struggled to win that clutch. If he gets that kill, though, he applies a lot of pressure to the remaining CT, who had low HP as well. That was the one. If ever there's a chance to 1v3, that was going to be it.
Well, I would have hoped. Dupree turned around a little bit early, like I say. And it's tough to get that information, but you would have thought Zonic would have tried to play a little more time. The problem is he was tagged. I think he tried to force the issue a little bit.
We've got a bit of an exciting play here. Zonic has dropped over an AK-47 for Dupree. Trusting the star player. Then we go to a squeaky door, watching main entrance as well. Has the chance to get the shot and gives up the AK in terms of the knowledge that they've possessed it. So that could have been the play that wins in the round. If you haven't forced ball into this one, it's just a cheeky little round. They'll still get AKs in the third. Or Zonic, I should say, will be down to just Tech 9 going into the next one, but that's fine. Still has a chance to open up the map here as Pasha waiting towards ramp. Very defensive position. Actually nails the shot.
Not a bad situation for him to be in. Headshot, Zipix nails that. Pasha, position, all his. Calm down, relax, take it easy. Kiabi tries to do the same. Neo, he's got the shot onto him. So good pickup, and it's VP with another round.
So they should still buy. Okay, to be honest, the money that's maybe invested a little bit too much. So you can do another partial buy here. The idea behind that one normally is you still can get the AKs in the third, but you could drop one down for the second round, have some PT50 down if he gets that opening pick, and force some rotations. His teammates are already on the other side of the map. Maybe something interesting can happen, but they're going for the more conservative approach here. virtus.pro should be picking this round quite easily. Just some Desert Eagles and Tech 9 to deal with here. Zipex fast out the door, it seems, with the bomb as well. And using the smoke to extinguish the Molotov, and straight down the vents he goes. He's actually got down there. I don't think he'll be stopped in terms of planting. So this is actually a very successful situation. I haven't got track of it. There it is. The bomb's gone down. So that's all they wanted to do this round. It works out quite nicely.
Indeed, can be found by Taz. Bomb down, as you mentioned. They just want to try and get that back in play because the early buy as well from Zonic under Dupree is going to limit them tremendously. So they got to down, they don't get a kill, but they'll get the money injection, the extra $800.
Yeah.
$800.
Per player.
Holla holla. It's true, per player. You should mention that, just in case people are confused. I think that's fairly obvious, but yeah, no, some people may not understand. Very good, Henry G.
10-8, and this is a little bit of a bonus round for virtus.pro. P90. To be fair, Nuke has got lots of options for close-range encounters, and Neo, with a decent spawn, he'll have the M4. No orb coming out just yet, but Zonic, he fancies it. He's actually got 16 frags at the moment, not bad at all, and we'll see where he decides to go. I'm going to sneeze him out, so you might have to take over for a second.
Bless you. I won't do it twice, so get it out of your system. He didn't sneeze, looking at the light. Glaive trying to push around. Neo's got a nade toward the hut that will do reasonable damage. More importantly than that, it's going to be held off at outer. This now starts to become a bit of a factor in all things considered because Snax is pushed up toward red crate. That gives him a lot of information, a lot of vision to to start to work with. And all of this, Glaive is still trying to find his opening. Neo's got the shot instead.
We still have the AWP though, and that's in the hands of Zonic. So 4 and 4 with that AWP up as well. This frag becomes very important. It's going to be Pasha facing at the right time. I thought he was going to peek. Is he going to commit? Not quite yet. The flashbang comes in. This could be a really good opportunity for Astralis here, but the timing's good. Pasha does take down Zipex, but it's an equal trade, and they'll be falling back towards the lobby.
Zonic trying to find that opportunity elsewhere with the AWP. There's no opportunity to. Bless you that time, Henry.
You got it.
I did. You sneezed. Finally. 1/8 of an orgasm.
Definitely not when you feel like this.
All right, then. I wouldn't know anyway. Pasha trying to push up inside the lobby. Will easily flank out Dupree. Dish of their own medicine served. Something to work with as well. Kiabi's down below. He's got the still covered off of Bialy. He goes down and hunts him out. Not yet ready for that position to come into effect. And it's now 10-8. Zonic with an op down below. What do you fancy? What do you reckon?
I reckon he's done for. There's 10 seconds remaining. So save the AWP. Don't fire. Don't even risk it. Just save it. Not worth a kill here. Stay alive, Zonic. Okay, he does it. It's fine. It'd be so heartbreaking to lose that AWP and then get no money to the next round. So 10-9. Starting to get a little bit bleak now for Astralis. We always said the T side is going to be a much harder affair. With a stand in here, you saw how well they did on the CT half. Maybe if they started CT on Inferno, they would have had a much better scoreline. But now this is the real test. They will buy up into this round. Dupree with the Desert Eagle. 2 teammates with AKs, and that saved AWP as well. Zonic heads towards outside to see whether he can challenge Snacks. He will be waiting for him. Smoked out for now though, has to fall back. Pasha though, aggressive of course. Trying to see what he can do for his throat. Zipex suspects him though, and does a little bit of damage there as well. Pasha getting a little bit cautious now, maybe falling back.
In the smoke. Try and find a better position to work with. Pasha though falls away. Molotov in hand is ready. It doesn't go all the way inside of the room, but it does cover off the mouth of the door. I think he threw it just right. No gap, no one to get through. Yeah, he did. Absolutely did. And as a result of it, it's clever. It's the right idea. Knows the ramp, knows they're held off. Strike while the iron is hot, or the floor is still burning, and try and push through hut and get the kill with the push. Neo, meanwhile, though, tries to dodge out a flash. It's actually smoke. He thinks it's a flash. Time ticks, 58 seconds, not much to work with for Astralis just yet. Nade goes through and it's 18 HP for Kierby, but that opens something up. Zonic getting past it. Are they fancy ramp? Glaive gets closer. Flash off, won't round the corner just yet. Tag from Snacks.
Good nade though.
Better nade than that, yeah. Oh, Glaive's on 5. How does he survive that?
Yeah, they did a good job to bait out the shot there from Snacks, but in return they get a nade landing on their feet, but just about keeping Glaive alive. They'll go towards lower. That's a good call to make. They know Snacks has to rotate now. It's a long rotate. Neo waiting for them though, and Snacks, oh, tries to get a shot on the bar there. Neo, great job through the smoke. Kiabi, low HP, gets taken down. Plant not coming in just yet, as Zonic finds another frag. 3-on-2 for Astralis still.
Well, it's going to be Neo. Inside of the smoke, spotting up Zipex, but can't swap guns fast enough. It's 1 HP and 5 HP, and it's Glaive. Has to win out against Bialy on 13 HP, so everyone wounded. But who wins it? Quick tap, check toward control, check toward the window, back toward the ramp. Looks the wrong way, surely. Glaive's gonna grab it. Yep, that's the, yeah, look how much he looked around. He looked at about 7 spots.
So sending DP out to 3,000 at that point, just spin around, hope for the best. That's the problem, retaking 1v1 towards that bomb site. As soon as you lose track of the remaining terrorists, there's like 10 different positions you can be in, quite literally. So that's always going to be a tough round when you're like low HP as well. So Astralis pull one back after going 4-0 down. It's Zonic once again. He found 2 frags in that round, mate. He's actually being influential in a lot of the key rounds here.
Yeah,
Double up setup on the Nuke, though. I'm not a big fan of it. It's we know lower bomb site, as we just described, very difficult to retake. As soon as that bomb gets down lower, if it does, you're almost done for at that point. And Pasha gifted a free kill potentially there as well. Dupree just runs into his crosshair, trying to bait out the shot initially. Doesn't do it, gives that kill away. Pasha doesn't even do it commit here at this point. I would say fall back, but I want to stay a little bit longer. And that's exactly why Zonic with another nice shot there. Once you have the man advantage, it's always just beneficial to give them ramp. Go down towards lower. They've got to have the same sort of effect on that side, and now the round's falling apart. And Astralis looking very good into this one. 4-on-2. And this is VP is giving too much away, but still have a chance in the round as Taz pulls a kill back.
He certainly has. Snacks as well, though, at outer. We'll start to push on. Zipex in toward the pit. Or excuse me, the pit. the lobby. The snake
Close.
pit. Sonic nails it. He's looking great. I'm thinking he's just warming up. He's just teasing us. He and Karn are going to make a team. They're going to be great.
Get into his zone. He's actually top fragging with Dupree right now.
That's pretty sick. That is actually really sick. Sonic.
He's top fragging on the server right now with Dupree. And he's actually got a better kill to death ratio. He's top fragging on the server. That's actually happening.
Unreal. Teach me the ways. Was he a good Nuke player back in the MTW days? I can't remember.
That's quite a specific question. I have no idea.
Well, you're the genius.
Well, I'd never played that game or watched it, so it's difficult.
You played
to...
Condition Zero, though.
Well,
and
that's
that
true,
was...
actually. I'll look it up.
You're Patient Zero. You played Condition Zero.
Yeah, it's true. It's an eco FBP. This is actually getting a bit scary, but he's even scarier. Snacks pushing towards the squeaky door. Takes down Dupree, that close range P250. Snacks looking for more as he gets taken down by Zipex. Has to run through the flames there. And they'll double more towards that area once again. This is getting a bit problematic. A bit of a clumsy round overall from Astralis, but they're trying to fight back into it. Zipex doing some damage towards the CT players here. And Bialy should be dropped at this point. It's Sonic once again. And Zipex helping out.
Pasha gets inside of the vents. Bomb. Still in the hands of Glaive is elsewhere, trying to find their way around the map. Zipex. Glaive may have found Taz, but Zipex has to try and work lower with Glaive, who gets toward the ramp instead. It's all on to Pasha, 1 versus 2. Interestingly enough, the last time I think we saw Karn play was on this map as well.
That's right. That's true. He actually had a clutch. He had a big clutch moment as well. It was on Reddit.
1v3 out of the vents, I think. Pasha, meanwhile. Try and open up. Actually, he may just save this. I think he's going to save this. He's so far removed from its lower sight. I thought he was going to start to head down toward the vents. He was waiting for a peek, but no one's going to be there.
1v1s are hard on the lower bomb side. 1v2s with no kit and an AWP, but that's always impossible. So this is the right call to make, considering the financial situation. They're on second stage loss bonus. We'll be third after this one. So that's $2,400 on top of the around 2.3k average they've got. Definitely worth the save. And this is Astralis getting 39 up, with their coach top fragging right now as well. Sonic, who's never really played competitive CSGO, keeping up with a team that just won Katowice.
Yep. Unreal.
Against the second best team in the world.
That's why they're the best team in the world, because even their coach is the best player in the world.
Yeah, we've worked it out. That's what you need.
I've cracked the code.
He's top fragging, that's fun, that's so funny. Amazing, well played.
Wow, with that said, bomb thrown directly outside of the entrance to lobby. Astralis just need 3 rounds to, as you say, literally in this case, steal, or I guess not literally, but you know, steal the round map away. It is an overused word.
That is one of my pet peeves. That's what I should have said the other day when we got asked that question.
Yeah, your pet peeve was people who rag on UK people in esports, so just about everyone.
Yeah, but the word literally as well is up there.
Yeah, it would literally be annoying, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, that said, they need 3 rounds. And if they're able to pull this off and get the map from virtus.pro, I mean, I said I didn't care about the rivalry. It's something that they'll be able to laugh at and make fun of, for no doubt. It's so significant for the standings. Neo thinks better of it. He walks out from radio, finds 2, drops the bomb. Yeah, but he's got to go back and try and take him down. He manages it successfully at the start. Bomb sits and wait. They have to pick that up still. And the low HP and a man down. virtus.pro doing all right in this situation. Both teams' money not ideal. Slightly better for that of Astralis, but not by much. Through the door, Kiabi tagged up. Zipex on 12, Kiabi on 24, flash in. Doesn't even matter, the smoke's there because he walks back and Snacks is able to find him, nail him down. We may have a game on our hands now, Henry.
I think we certainly do. Pasha. X-ray was a bit misleading on my screen. I thought he was going to find him, but he's actually on the other side. It's going to be Zipex saving the AK here. This round not going in favor of Astralis here. As we time the round out, it's going to be virtus.pro hitting double digits here. Aggressive play from Neo to start the round off. He actually gets 3 kills in total from that round prone position. That's actually very nicely done from him. It's round number 9, 13-10. I didn't think we'd see this sort of scoreline, especially with Astralis in the lead. That's kind of nuts. And in terms of the buy, though, this is where things can start to turn around. It's a weaker buy for Astralis, no more for Sonic, which has been influential. Didn't think I'd be saying that at the start of this series, but he's been great. And then Glaive with the UMP as well. 3 AKs. Pasha, he's taking the up towards ramp this time. Snacks ready on the squeaky door. Standard utility chuck to the start of the round. And it's going to be an initial exchange with Kiabi opening things up. That's a great shot to take down Snacks as well. Pasha trying to recover the situation. Can't spell everything just yet. Maybe has to retreat towards the ramp room.
May have to indeed, Neo. Oh, the timing!
Correct.
Down below on the stairwell, but the shot comes through from Neo. Taz will sit and bubble and wait, drops back down instead. Spots a nade going through and he'll strike against Glaive, but it's still he and Pasha in a tough situation. Pasha, careful. Goes back to the op. And Taz pulls it back to a 2 versus 2.
This was a full reset round as well, Matt, and it was like a 4-on-2 situation until now. Now it's up to Kiabi. 1 minute remaining, up against Pasha and Taz. Don't have the bomb now, a 1v1. This round does mean everything. There's only $1,400 coming to the CT bank accounts. If Kiabi can do this against Pasha, who's got the orb and a defuse kit, game on. Astralis could actually pick up the second map.
So smoke plant, Kiabi. He's trying to sit and let Pasha make the play. In fact, he's gone well wide.
What is the play here? Just with the CZ, he was wasting a lot of time at the top of heaven here. He's got to drop down, ascertain where Kiabi is. He has got a smoke though, something to work with there.
Yeah, and I need to hut. He knows he's gonna drop in from above. Pasha's got a kit. Oh, he's gonna see him. See him drop down. Pasha now knows, but he's gonna get on it. He's on it. No, Kiabi. No, and a flash as well. No way. So sick from Pasha.
Did you see why he threw that HE grenade as well? He's trying to bait out that the defuse actually went in. So he dropped a smoke on the bomb. HE grenade. Doesn't touch the bomb, but he's trying to bait out, okay, I might be on it, see if I can get a reaction out of him. And Kiabi gives up the game there at that point. Full defuse comes in, he loses track of the bomb. And we did say as soon as that smoke comes in, there was a chance for Pasha. It was looking very unlikely. Kiabi, like I said, that was such a big round. If Astralis do that, it's a full reset. They can still just about buy into this round, the bomb going down. 3 AKs, a Tech 9 and UMP, very similar to the previous one. And towards our side we go once again, and Kiabi trying to rectify mistakes. I think I saw another little lag spike from him there as well, and he found 2 frags, okay. Let's do this again.
That's so sick from Pasha. That could be game-changing. That could be sealing the fate of Astralis. Seems early. There's still lots of opportunity for them to pull it back, but it definitely sways things quite a bit in the Virtus.pro's favor. Meanwhile, Taz gets found by Glaive. It's down to just Bialy, so maybe they do have an answer for it.
Just
Zippix gets Bialy. Yep, you're dead right. That's because they pull up around where they absolutely shouldn't, and reset potential, you mentioned it was there.
So this is like pick your poison time now. You've got no money available. Do you force buy into this round and allow Astralis to go match point, not even map point, match point, and try and win 4 in a row? Oh God, this is tight. So they go for the full eco here. So yeah, they're gonna go try and win 4 in a row after this one. They have to really. The force buy would have given them like UMPs and 5-7s. So Astralis will get match point. I said that with bated breath. There's been some clumsy rounds for them, but this looks like one that's going to be a done deal as Dupree opens things up. Neo, silence USP, chance to get Norzonic down, manages to nail it as well. Upgrades to a P250 this time.
P250. Bialy. Ooh, position. Tries to make do. Tag up on Kiabi. Information relayed to Taz. He's in a tough position. Flashes himself back out. Still in a tough position, but low enough. It may not matter. He'll find the shot. 15 for Astralis. They may do this, Henry.
I would say this is the chance to do it right here, right now. Round number 12. Shotguns, scouts, 2 shotguns and a UMP. Full buy for Astralis. Matthew, this would be such a huge upset. This would be crazy. Just to the storylines, like obviously Astralis winning a map usually wouldn't be a big deal, but the fact they're playing with Zonic as well, they've performed with him in the past, they've got legendary status at the major when Dupree was ill. They do it here again in Pro League, that would just be nuts.
That would be huge. That'd be ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. Especially on everything, all these circumstances. Virtus.pro, what is that round though? Force into it, Taz on the shotgun, and the UMPs. You can't even keep up with the action. That was one of the fastest gun rounds I've ever seen.
Here's a little replay of what Kiabi was up to outside after losing that 1v1. Oh my God, that was nuts. It's amazing stuff from him. So you can see why Astralis rushed towards up, but we normally talk about that being viable in this version of Nuke because the CDs can't go above the squeaky door, rushing up and out, when especially if you can nade out the door. you'd think you have the advantage there, but somehow Virtus.pro hold on. They always seem to. And now they're starting to get weaponry back in their favor. dupreeh losing that frag as well. It's actually starting to look a little bit disappointing as Snacks. He chimes in. Kiabi getting one back as well. He's trying to single-handedly win the rounds for his team at this point. 3-on-2, still a chance. Zipex, though, he's down to 19 HP.
Down to 19 indeed, Kiabi. He's got to do, I mean, imagine that's how they pull this back. He's got to do this. Gives himself up. Snacks. He's able to spot him. Zipex is going to try and come back the same direction at Outer. Make amends for the play lost by his teammate, but gives himself up. And Virtus.pro find round 13.
Yeah, this is going to overtime now. We'll have a look at the money available for Astralis. It's going to be Zipex with enough to get the AK out. dupreeh's already purchased one. Are they fully investing into this round if they want to try and just end it in round number 30? So it looks like it's the latter of the option. So they'll partially buy into this one. dupreeh with the AK, some Tech 9s here, try and cause some damage to the economy, and I would say overtime very likely at this point. That was the round, the upper rush with the Max 7s against the Scouts and the UMPs. Wasn't meant to be, though. As we get into number 14, the Eagles of the Danes are very deadly indeed, and dupreeh trying to kick things off there. Spot Snacks, and there we go. He's got the AK-47 and manages to find the first frag, and Neo up against him now. One round will do it, and they've got the man advantage for now.
Man advantage for now. Imagine this goes to overtime and Astralis let it slip away. After building up it correctly as well, that it would be such a massive upset for them. Dupe. Wait outside by the AC. All things wait for Astralis, the single AK in the hands of dupreeh. With it all to do as well. Neo falls back, down goes that single AK as well as Glaive. So not idyllic for Astralis.
Still within a shout of the round though, 45 seconds remaining, but Neo, he's pulled it back in their favor. What's the final player? They have a smoke and Molotov. Sonic, he manages to get a great headshot there, and another opening for the Danes here. Surely not enough back there.
Well, Sonic can't find the opening. Now they know exactly where Taz is. Kiabi's got it down to 1v2, you know. And the bomb is down. He can grab this. There's no one to strike immediately. They're going to rotate. Oh, his leg spikes. Imagine. That's how it goes. Thankfully, it's gone when no one's peeking, but the nade does it from Pasha.
Well, all roads lead here for Astralis. If they go to overtime, I think they'll be done for, but we'll see whether they can actually finish things off here in round number 30. They had 4 match points, but against the Shotguns and the Scouts, they couldn't finish it off at the upper rush. They get 5 AKs here. Have a look at the scoreboard quickly. And Zonic, he's not top rank anymore. It's going to be dupreeh, but still keeping up with the very best of them. He's got 23 kills, so that's off to him. Very impressive indeed. Passes towards the ramp from the AWP. Kiabi looking to maybe dive down the vents here. The Black Fangs come in. Trying to bait out some utility at this point as they go towards that ramp room. Asher has to fall back. This is the right move to make. He's overcommitted a couple of times towards this area, but now the T have got control of ramp, and that's quite an easy shot of Pasha. Well done by him, and he hits the second as well. Maybe the third. We're going to overtime by the looks of things. 4-on-2.
I would say we certainly are. VP pulling it back. A 4 versus 2 indeed. Kiabi and Glaive. Astralis, opportunity missed. They still have to fight on in this. Can't even pull this back down to 1. I'd say opportunity missed indeed. We go to overtime. Kiabi has no bomb, has no life. Well, he has the life, but not in the game. He's dead in the game, Henry.
Overtime comes in, and that's going to be disappointing for Astralis. Like I said, that was their chance to actually pull things off there. We're going to get straight into it. There's no break here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final game of this evening, and if you are just joining us and wondering what the hell is going on, yes, Zonic is playing, and yes, he is doing very well indeed. Astralis somehow have taken Virtus.pro to overtime here in the Pro League. It's Nuke, a map that's very good in Virtus.pro as well, and Astralis actually had a chance to win this almost quite convincingly as well. I think it was 15-11 at one point as well, up against almost no money at all. But Virtus.pro, they never give in those situations. They are the kings of the comeback, and they were going to overtime here. 10k MR3, and if you do not swap halves, virtus.pro will be remaining on the CT side. And I would say at this point, once they get their money established once again, they're going to pick this up. That's my guessing anyway. I think it was quite a romantic storyline that Astralis might have done it, but wasn't meant to be in the end.
No, I agree. Not meant to be at all. But can Astralis do it again? Do we swap over to CT and see Zonic try and hold outside the same way with the op, or are they going to start finally figure that out? I think VP wakes up and says, okay, no more playing around, and they take no chances.
To be fair, like the rounds Astralis are winning, right? They just had Kiabi running outside and
yeah, it wasn't like VP was ready for it.
Yeah, so like that's something that's going to happen. You're just going to have to say, right, well, we haven't really got the tactics to fall back onto here. The defaults aren't going to be as crisp. Kiabi, you're in great form right now. Do you want to try and pop some heads outside?
That's my point as well, though. Is that when you think virtus.pro just says, no, let's sit back and play a more tactical game? That's why I think getting to overtime, I don't know if Astralis can pull this off.
I don't think it's possible at this point. That was their chance, unfortunately.
I always say VP as well because of the way they play. Sometimes they start slow. Every time they go to overtime, I mean, they're not 100% overtime. They've lost games in overtime. But I always think they're the scariest team to go against because they're always capable of...
But they always,
yeah, I mean, when's the plow going to start, right? That's the meme.
That's the thing, right? So that's when they get really fired up, when they can make a huge comeback, and then it's like, okay, now let's just finish it off. We made a few mistakes there, some poor rounds, but everyone seems to be hitting their shots after that big one we got with the shotguns and the SMGs.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think I had the 60-second mark a little while ago, so we should be getting straight back into this one momentarily. virtus.pro will be starting on the CT side, and everyone gets 10k. CT side money can be a little bit difficult to manage. Obviously, well, I think it might be 16k. I'm not 100% sure.
Ooh, good question. I know we switched to 16k at DreamHack, but we didn't have Dust 2, which was the issue with it. I think Pro League, ooh, I'll tell you in 2 seconds. So we'll see if it does. I mean, that was one of the cool things with Dust 2. I mean, I personally, look, it became a feature of the map, so it's kind of hard to see it leave. It's
cool.
Classic shooting down middle, but it's, yeah, okay. It's something that, honestly, I could see Valve taking out of it. I kind of hope they don't because it is so classic, but at the same time, I could see it being an option for something that they want to fix on that map. It was the inherent issue with the 16k because you could buy auto snipers and snipers and not get punished for it, so that's why in overtime it wasn't ideal, but it looks like we're underway.
Zipex with the AWP this time. Zonic's had enough, but I guess Zipex had a good spawn. Maybe wants to go towards ramp or the squeaky door. Ramp it will be. Trying to challenge Pasha, who has had that weapon in that areas before, but smoked out. He might give it back to Zonic at this point. I'm not 100% sure. It's not like he's the main AWP of this team. He's just doing it out of necessity. Towards outside, Dupree goes very quickly. Snack's not challenging towards outside. He's actually towards the secret steps, but Zonic was quite an interesting duel. And Neo locking things down. Quite crisp there with the M4A4.
Crisp indeed. Zonic. Hold off toward the garage with the AK. We mentioned it. At the op, they know they've given up ramp, so Zonic is expecting a push all the way around, so he wants to hold that position instead. And if he catches them by doing this, if he continues to push up, and the fact that they've not elected to push ramp and catch them off. Massive! Oh, the spray was there. He hit the first bullet, but couldn't close it. Thankfully, Kiabi's nearby. So they do retain the advantage at the outer position. Kiabi. Molotov's in behind the door to make sure that's clear. Pre-fires toward Bialy. He's very near right about his position, and Bialy thinks, yeah, that's a little bit too close. I'm going to relocate, but Kiabi, he's going to try and continue to take the fight.
Bialy commits, takes down Glaive and Pasha in a great position here to find a frag on Zipex as well. Not known to be an AWPer. That's going to be a bit of a tall order to hit that sort of shot. 4-on-1 now, and Kiabi, not really much he can do apart from cause financial strain towards virtus.pro here. His first kill, protect the position now. Pasha, going to say once again, doesn't have to overcommit to that one. He goes down.
And financial strain won't matter in overtime if they win anyway, so. If it's going to be Kiabi to do anything, he's got to go now.
He's still lagging there, of course.
Yep, just got another one. It's incredible how well he's playing, considering.
They've got their coach playing and him lagging out for like 3 seconds at a time. They're
still in overtime.
Overtime against VP. That's
yeah.
kind of nuts. You can see, like, it's actually not like lag is happening once every 10 minutes.
Frequent.
It's actually happening once every other round.
Yeah, it's quite frequent. It's every 3 minutes or so. Packet loss, or
really
I'm not sure the technical term. I would assume it's maybe not. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know about that. That was what I used to say. Is just, oh, I'm losing packets.
Drop it in.
Yeah, sounds smart, right? What's your insert, bro? Change your rates. All right, kid, you're not good. Stop talking about 1.6. This is CS:GO.
Dupree gets the first frag and Taz trying to strike back towards that lobby room. He certainly does. He takes down Zipex. And it was a nice drop from Dupree to open things up, and Zonic's gone down to 16 HP. So Dupree, though, do they have information that he's here? They don't seem to, and he's shooting a hook instead of a player. So that's going to give him up. But
you know, I don't like to hang my coat up.
Yeah.
Hooks are a waste of space in this world, and I would shoot them too.
I think he thought those little booties of a CT player on top of the hut there.
Oh, booties. I like booty.
Yeah.
Good pick. Kiarbi, that's decent to get back toward the lobby as well because it gives them back that position to work with on the map. Snacks knows they've got outside, but he's peculiarly looking both directions and wondering why no one's shown from there yet. Dupree has shown excellent patience. Man advantage for Astralis to bring this back 16-16. Hot match of the week has an interesting storyline, a plot, and a twist. But it certainly is hot indeed as we hit overtime.
Oh, Snacks pulls on back. That's a great bit of awareness from him. Dupree, like we said, gave his position away by shooting to what he thought was CT's foot. 3-on-3 now, 25 seconds remaining. They have to go towards low. They've got smokes, though, which is a good thing. Smoke that lower bomb site, maybe even out of the squeaky door itself. For Pasha, okay, then this is like the perfect position to shut it down. He even commit early as soon as he can detect them going down and just try and cause a bit of chaos. There it is, perfect. That's all he had to do. Deny the fun as well. Might as well keep challenging at this point. His overtime doesn't really matter if he loses the ult. The round's guaranteed. Don't give him a chance to plant at this point. 5 seconds remaining. That's going to be it. No plant coming in. You can't plant on it. Back. All good.
Well, that means 2 in a row for VP. 17-15, and save may have to come in. Zonic needs to stay alive. Does keep the op up. That's significant because the op would be out of reach otherwise. They're not well off. They'll grab AKs where they can, but look at Zipex's money. In the bin.
Yes, indeed.
As Jason would say.
As Jason would say, it's in the bin. 3 orbs on the CD side of Nuke. I'm not a fan, but VPR, Pasha, Neo, Snacks, all very good at the AWP. It's just not great on Nuke, but what do I know? Because Snacks is opening up the fragging, taking down Dupree. Headshot, of course, as well. And it's a 5-on-4 just like that, but Vex tries to return the favor with the AK-47.
Tries to. Kiarbi looking in. Damage done. Bialy. Still in this but with 24.
This is a rough scenario. 2 players out squeaky door, 1 in main entrance, bomb down. Smoked out as well. That's the AWP out of the situation.
Well, it's Taz to fire into the window, makes it work. Second peek. Zipex is the one that he finds. What else can he possibly get from this?
Hello.
Because suddenly, Zonic, all right, Taz still sneaking through, has the AWP. He's now the last alive. This could be a 3-sweep for virtus.pro, and this is what we talked about. They aren't going to make the same mistakes in overtime. They get the economy rolling, and it's 18-15 map point virtus.pro.
Yeah, as we kind of built up in the pre-overtime there, this was to be expected. Astralis certainly peaked in regulation time with Zonic with a great performance there, and VP looking a little bit flat. As soon as we get to overtime, though, that's when they kind of change things up. They start rectifying their mistakes. They get the 3-0. I'm going to say right now that's going to be the GG, but you never know. There's no reason why they can't get the 3-0 themselves. Astralis managed to get 10-5 in the first half on their CT side. But it's a tall order.
It's true. It's a very tall order. I will agree with that. There's no mistruth in that sentiment. And Astralis, they would have loved to have won this. With these circumstances, that's a massive bonus, let's be honest.
Splitting the series with VP, when you have your coach playing, 1 player lagging, that's amazing. I'm sure they weren't expecting that, but now it doesn't look so possible. They were 15-11 at one point, but they've dropped off here in overtime. We should be getting into it momentarily. So, the options to the CTs here. Don't really want to go double up to kick things off in overtime because that's extremely limits your money, and Nuke anyway, for reasons I've already stated. Astralis don't really have a secondary AWP, generally speaking. They only have Device, and Zonic's filling the role pretty well, to be fair, but double AWP setup not really advisable in this scenario. And we'll see whether Zonic wants to go towards secret steps. We saw that from him, and just giving himself advantageous angles. Just hold a position, pull the trigger if a terrorist runs into it, and fall back. That's been his objective, and he's been doing it very well. Hasn't had to be too flashy or anything. And I think we're probably waiting because Kiarbi probably desperately trying to do whatever he can for his connection. But
yeah,
might be in vain.
I mean, good luck, sir. I hope the best. I wish nothing but the best for you, too. Don't forget me when I'm not lagging. I don't know the words to that song.
Right.
but it should be underway anytime. Context of the season, Astralis isn't in a bad way. There's lots of teams that are struggling worse off. I think they'll be fine to make it to the finals.
Yeah, there are a lot of teams in worse positions. Have NMP
much worse.
played today? Have they got a map yet? I think that's sort of on the ticker.
I think NMP does play. They play this week for sure. I think they only play one. I think it's tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they play. And who do they play? I know. Oh, they play FaZe.
That's right.
And
That's
it's
a rough
not
game
an
for them.
easy one.
Yeah,
because Nico could be out to
That
get
could be
them.
another 0-2. Make them 0-6.
I think they're out. That's the thing. They're only 0-4. There's a chance they make it through. I just don't see it.
Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? It's the second half of overtime. It's going to be the Orphan Pasha biceps, and the same story for Zonic as well. We'll be interested to see where he goes. He's going to all those secret sets. He might be a little bit too late. The fast play in the terror towards Alta, and Bialy looking at that first frag, takes down Glaive. This is very fast indeed, and Zonic, he is left looking at 6s and 7s. Can't really do much about this situation. He has to hold towards Secret now. Zipex does find Neo, so there's a chance as KRB rotates that down towards the ladder.
Snacks has made his way into ramp. Good position to habit bomb. Smoked off. Dupree to hold it. Bialy's got Kiabi down. Dupree, he wants to push through on this, which is a bit surprising, to be fair. Works out though. Taz goes down. Dupree finds what he needs from the kill.
Well, 3-on-2 for now. Bialy and Snacks. Some of the best clutches the game has to offer, but Zonic still has his AWP. Bomb down towards main entrance, and he's patrolling from Secret as well, but gives his position away, I would say, at this point by throwing that HE grenade. And Snacks knows it. That was quite a poor decision from Zonic. That HE grenade was not worth it. Like, he just gave his position up straight away, and potentially his frag as well.
Snacks, meanwhile, tries to get out on top of the hut roof. Bialy, good shot. Dupree goes down. It's on to Zipex. They pulled it back. And virtus.pro might sweep the overtime. Zipex, clutch master. I hate giving someone that moniker because as soon as you do, it seems they start to fall short. And that seems to be the case here, matey, because a nade goes in and down goes Zipex.
Unfortunate for Astralis there. At one point, they had 4 match points in the bag. It was a force buy with shotguns and scouts that denies their victory here on Nuke. I'm going to say well played to Zonic. All things considered, the storylines going into this one as VP were going to crush them. They managed to take them to overtime. It is going to be 2-0 in favor of virtus.pro, but I think they'll be reasonably happy with that. I guess happy may be the wrong word. I guess they're like, okay, we gave it our best shot.
Yeah, I think shocks or screams a better word.
Sorry, what?
You said happy.
Oh,
I said
right,
shocks.
okay.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
All right, my jokes are amazing. Speaking of jokes that are amazing, Moses.
On fire today, Matthew, as always. Entirely on fire. Well, the hot match of the week actually lives up to the billing, and at least on Nuke, we get overtime. We get some fun with it, and Zonic is a monster. He's back.
Well,
Kind of.
well,
He
you
had
know,
a good performance.
he really did. Everyone kind of got a little surprised at the major, and there was a couple of those rounds on the pistols. I was like, oh, you know, maybe there's something, and they obviously fade away. But no, he had a really good game here. Good for him, you know, but didn't really equate to much more than that.
Yeah, you feel like they got just what they bargained. I mean, here's the thing. We saw the tweet after Katowice of Taz saying, you know, best of ones, blah, 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 you know, wasn't happy with him. If you give him a best of one online against stand-in as well, I think he's going to tilt his face off if they lost that one.
Yes.
His face off.
Yeah, I would say they'd be upset if they lost that game, but at the same time, the Astralis guys, they performed pretty well, and like we said, they had a much better CT side. They won 10 rounds. They weren't able to exploit Zonic outside, and they actually plugged and played. Like, he was the daddy AWPer. It was interesting to see.
Very strange.
He was doing a good job. He wasn't like a menace, but he was finding a frag and delaying and doing decent. And you know what's going to happen is, though, across the board, there's going to become a lot of holes, and it's very difficult to fill those holes. You only have so many members.
Yes.
Nothing like a member to fill the hole, eh, Chad?
This has gone off the rails.
That wasn't intentional.
Yeah. It just kind of starts coming out. You don't really know how to stop, do you?
No.
don't look away
Let's
now,
dwell
Chad.
on that one as you look sheepish. Yeah, that seemed to be the struggle, and obviously towards. I mean, they even had an advantage. That's the crazy part. Is at the end of that match, like Henry just said, they had 4 match points to lose on a force buy there. So close, but no cigar. virtus.pro take both maps tonight, and that puts them a little bit better. These are the results of the day. In case you guys missed anything earlier, a pair of solid games out of North. Digs that hole a little bit deeper for G2. It's not sure, we're not certain if they're going to be able to recover. virtus.pro taking both maps tonight. The second one on Nuke we just saw, a little bit tougher than probably we would have expected it to be, all things considered. Device out at the moment. These are your standings in North America. As we said, virtus.pro jumping up towards...
We're in Europe, mate.
Europe, sorry. It's late. Overtime.
It is late.
Overtime at this point of the
Yeah.
night is a little bit rough. virtus.pro jumping up to second place. North there in first place. They're 4-0. That was the big thing. Is like they were down on the standings just because they hadn't played as many games. But now that they're catching up, we're going to see them rise obviously to the top, to the stars. NIP at the bottom. G2 at the bottom. Hopefully Astralis can recover from this.
You're doing well if you want to fill Alex's shoes. We need you to make more puns when you talk about it.
He does do the to the stars things. I'm glad you brought that up. I'll keep an eye on that. I'll make that might be my only one.
Okay. You don't want to do like the roar of North, the Lions.
No.
Yep.
No, not really.
Not feeling that.
This is going to be tomorrow. Mouse Sports versus Kingwood. We're going to have 2 matches there, Nuke and Cobble, as you can see. The new LDLC logo looking glorious as ever, going up against Astralis. I'm not going to say it. And then the secondary stream also has NIP versus Fnatic and Hellraisers versus virtus.pro. So the Swedish derby over there on the other side.
Yeah, NIP desperate at this point for anything. They definitely need to get going in the Pro League now.
And here's tonight. If you want to watch more Counter-Strike, if you're going to stay up late in Europe, or if you're in North America and you just ended this broadcast, we're going to get CLG versus Misfits, and then we're going to get Selfless versus Team Liquid.
The one Australian hope left, Ricky, he's gone to CLG. That
Yeah,
have
your
a better
boy.
win-loss than Renegades or Winter Fox, so maybe he can get something done.
Yeah, that would be cool to see, wouldn't it? Him and my boy Kusta are going to challenge each other for that op role. That'll be fun to see. Having Kusta on a team that has op discrepancies and who's going to be the opper has never gone bad.
Yeah, it goes
It's never
really
gone,
well.
never gone bad. Yeah, so stay tuned for those North American matches. Those are going to be very, very cool. Once again, thank you for tuning into the broadcast tonight over here in Europe. It was some good shows. The hot match of the week was this evening. We've had Sponge making some funny jokes all evening. It's just been a riot. We're all happy to have you for the whole evening. So, yeah, check out those North American games. They'll be coming up shortly, and come in tomorrow on both streams, 2 streams that we have going on. More double action. So, we'll see you tomorrow night. I'm going to get out of here. Have a good evening.